Running a notary business used to be simple. A client called, you picked up, and you booked the appointment. But these days, it's not that easy, especially if you're a one person operation. So, here's the big question. How do you handle calls without missing potential clients? Do you need a virtual receptionist, or would an automated answering service do the job? And real talk, do you even need a person answering the phone anymore? Let's break it down. A virtual receptionist is a live person working remotely, answering calls just like an in office assistant would. They can screen calls, set appointments, and even handle basic client questions. An automated answering service or a phone tree, they use pre recorded messages or AI to interact with callers. These systems can answer calls, provide information, and even book appointments, but without the human touch. So, which one makes sense for notaries? Let's talk about the pros and cons. A virtual receptionist will give your business a professional edge. Clients get to speak to a real, actual person, and this builds trust. And that's important when you're handling legal documents and answering questions about notary. Here are the pros. A real human answers the phone, and this makes the client feel heard because clients will have a question, undoubtedly. Can screen calls and prioritize real clients because not everybody wants to actually book an appointment. Some may be tire kickers or price shoppers. So the real clients must be distinguished from the clients who are just calling around. Can book appointments and handle intake. Not everybody can use technology, and not everybody is ready to answer the phone call immediately. So speaking to a person gives it legitimacy. Here are the cons. It's expensive. You're paying per call, or you're using minutes if you're on a minute plan. They follow scripts, but they may not fully understand notary specific questions or even questions that's specific to your particular business, no matter how long they've been involved in the industry. If they're juggling multiple businesses, they may not feel like a part of your team. They actually may be in different area codes or maybe in different time zones. For notaries, a virtual receptionist can be great for high touch clients, but it's not always the most cost effective option. Oftentimes, you pay no matter what happens to the phone call. If the person decides to book you or not, especially if you're running paid advertisements, you still pay for that call. So if your virtual receptionist isn't skilled in sales and negotiation, then you may just be flushing money right down the toilet. And let's be honest, virtual receptionists, they're not always available. They're real humans. They need days off. They can't work 24/7. Now let's talk about automation. An automated answering service like Sabrina AI picks up immediately, no hold time, no delays. The clients get the info they need and it's instant, it's immediate. And this is perfect when you're busy notarizing documents and clients need answers now. They want a response now. Everything is urgent, everything is time sensitive. Now, let's talk about the pros. Works 24/7, even when you're asleep. If you're not available, or you're at a signing table, or you're in the shower, or you're driving, or you're with your family, or you're on vacation, or you just need a day off. An automated service always answers and is always there. It saves money. It's really cheaper than hiring a person. No matter what the cost is, it's always going to be much significantly more cheaper than hiring a real person. Yes, you don't speak to a actual person, but if you're looking for the cheapest or the most cost effective option, hands down, it's going to be across the board the automated answering service. Can book appointments and send text automatically. This is going to be crucial when you start getting multiple phone calls. Just one call at a time can be handled by a virtual receptionist. But if you had two calls at a time, or three or four or more, then they can all be handled by the automated answering service. Think of it this way. The last time you went to order food, you had the cashier or you had the tablet or the kiosk that was right next to the cashier. Or if you go to the grocery store, you can go inside of the cashier line or you can do the self checkout. Multiple questions can be answered by the kiosk or by the self checkout option, whereas the cashier can only take one at a time. Cons. There's no human touch. Most clients prefer the human touch. Most clients prefer speaking to a direct person. Not all clients, but many of your clients, and according to our numbers, about 68% of clients prefer to speak to a live human person. But what about the clients who don't necessarily have a preference? To needs to be set up correctly to sound professional. It cannot adapt to every unique situation the way a person might be able to. If a question comes up, if you have not trained the AI to handle that particular question or that unknown answer, then it may sound unprofessional and you may lose out on the client. For notaries, automation is a game changer, especially when you're running the show by yourself. It keeps the business moving even when you can't pick up the phone. So, what's the best choice for notaries? To tell you the truth, you need both. A virtual receptionist is great for high volume calls, but they can be expensive. An automated answering service captures every single call instantly, but they lack the personal touch. So, what's the best setup? Automation first, human second. Let automation capture and qualify leads and only escalate to a live receptionist when it's needed. That way, you never miss a call, you never lose a client, and you always stay booked. That's why notaries using Sabrina AI see more appointments. They get better client interactions and zero missed calls without spending a fortune on virtual receptionists. You want to see it in action? Click below to book a demo because in the notary business, speed wins. And when you don't answer first, according to Salesforce, 35 to 50% of service providers who answer the call first gets the deal. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and share this with another notary so that they can stop missing calls and earn more income and be more efficient in the notary business.